Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today we're going to talk about one of the biggest IPOs of 2021, which is Robinhood. Now, I don't mean biggest as in the valuation, but this could be one of the most talked about IPOs because this IPO, Robinhood, will offer something very different to what's ever come on the stock market before, and it could be a really exciting IPO to watch and follow. And I'm sure when we get closer to the IPO period, when it actually does happen, there'll be a lot of talk about it, a lot of videos about it, and I thought, you know what, let's get ours in early. So if you could smash the like button if you're new, subscribe, and if you do want to buy the Robinhood IPO, when it does come around to it, we're still a bit off yet, but when we do get around to it, there's a link to a Freedom 24 account. Join through there, you'll actually be able to buy the IPO at IPO prices, not on Trading 212 when it's 8 hours too late and the stock's more than likely gone up. So if you do want to do that, the link is in the description. But yeah, we'll get on the current information that we do have with Robinhood, and when we do get more information further down the line, we might do a little bit of a follow-up video. But today, just want to talk about the latest information that is out there with Robinhood. So for you guys that don't know what Robinhood is, which I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video, if you're invested in the stock market, has heard of it. Robinhood is a stock market broker platform. Now these guys are currently not available in the UK. They did actually have plans to come to the UK, but they did kind of scale that back. I think the reason why they kind of halted it is that the reason they gave was they wanted to focus more on the US side of it, which I don't blame them. You know, that's where a lot of the main customers are. But in the UK, we do have a lot of competition already. You know, the likes of free trade, Trading 212. So to come into a crowded market already and try and win market share, it's a little bit tricky. But what they do have is a very, very dominant US user base, as well expanding past the US as well. And these guys, you know, they do get a lot of stick, love them or hate them. Robinhood was the game changer in the stock market. You know, only to believe that only 5 years ago now, what if you wanted to buy stocks, you were buying stocks, you were having to pay fees every time, and you know, them fees could have been adding up quite a bit. You know, the equivalent to us is like, you know, Hargreaves Lansdown. Every time you wanted to put a trade in, you know, you had to, you know, £10 to buy, £10 to sell, and then fees really added up. And if you wanted to kind of invest in the stock market, but you didn't have massive amounts of funds, it was a bit of a struggle because your fees were nearly digging into most of your profit. But if you were, you know, a young investor, you only had small amounts of money, Robinhood was the game changer. Robinhood gave you the ability, or investors the ability, to buy stocks if you had small amounts to invest in. And because of Robinhood doing this, there's so many more platforms. Because of Robinhood, basically us guys in the UK now have the likes of like Free Trade, Trading 212, and as well as that, it also meant that other brokers had to be a bit more conscious about the prices and bring their prices down, what their customers had to pay for fees to go buy on their shares. And you know, it's only a few years ago now, you know, that was the big change, and a lot of us have a lot to thank because of Robinhood, because a lot of us young investors, when we first started, you know, the money we had was only, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. You know, when you've only got that sort of money when you're starting, that sort of money, if you're paying really expensive fees, you know, you lose a lot of your money with your fees buying and selling. So we've got a lot to thank of Robinhood, really. They are the game changers. Like I say, when I do the full video, we'll probably dig into this a little bit deeper, but there's also a few things that you could say that might not be a great thing of what Robinhood's brought to the table. But apart from that, you know, I think overall we do thank them because they were a bit of a game changer in this sort of sector. Anyway, now Robinhood at the moment is performing very well. When we look at the company historically, the revenue is absolutely performing amazing. Just from 2015, we can see they did 2.9 million, and now all the way to 2020, they're doing 673 million. Now, considering as well with a lot of the events that we've had so far in 2021, and as well as the more awareness and, you know, the YouTube scene, education being a lot easier to access, the amount of more young investors that are taking on, and the platform of their choice they're going to is Robinhood. And going forward, I can see Robinhood really still growing a lot of that revenue going forward. Obviously, the valuation will be the big thing when we get that confirmation of the valuation when it does come around to it. But the other big thing why this, in my opinion, could be the biggest IPO is that because Robinhood as well is looking to actually offer IPOs on their platform. Now, if you were to go on Robinhood's platform at the moment, you know, one thing that you've always had is that if you wanted to buy IPOs, that you've had to have major funds to participate in the IPO. But what Robinhood's looking to do going forward is that actually, you know, us guys, the smaller guys, the individual investors, the retail investors, it will make it a lot easier to get in at IPO prices. So you think what's going to happen with this IPO when it comes down to it is Robinhood is going to be pushing it out to millions of investors when it comes down to it, and also these investors will actually be able to buy their IPO on their platform, and that's never been done before. And this is why I think it could be the biggest IPO of 2021, is because we have something that's never been done before. We have a platform that pretty much only retail young investors use, and also they're going to probably have a lot more access to this platform to buy the IPO than ever before. And it could be a very interesting day. And the thing is, when this comes on the stock market, and the thing as well is, like, because so many young investors have this, and what do a lot of young investors do? Social media. We know how quickly social media can gather momentum. Just look at Reddit, for example. Recently with a lot of these meme stocks and everything. The combination of all this coming together, I think, is an IPO that could be really interesting to watch, and I will be watching. Like I say, we'll talk more about fundamentals when we get more details. At the moment, there is no confirmation of the IPO date. The rumour is they are looking at July time, and as well as looking at July time, the current rumour that we're hearing is that the valuation is going to be around somewhere about 40 billion. We'll see what happens at 40 billion. For me, that puts it at a little bit at the higher end. We'll see exactly how it performs, if that is a valuation. But like I say, we'll wait. I won't go on rumours. I'll wait until I get confirmation. But at the moment, we are suggesting July time. We are suggesting 40 billion. Like I say, I might do a follow-up video in July time when we do get the confirmation of the valuation and the date, and by then we also might get some updated numbers, how the company's performing in 2021 revenue wise, and that might justify the valuation a little bit more. We'll see exactly. But what I thought I'd do is just get this video in here early, talk about this one, and saying that I think this is going to be a really exciting one to cover, because like I say, for me, this could be a massive IPO, because there's just so many things that haven't been done before that's going to happen with this IPO, with the combination of retail investors, a lot of the younger audience coming into this one, and also just the ability to buy this IPO on its own platform and advertise it to investors. I think it's going to be a crazy one. So we are going to be keeping our eye on this one anyway. But thought I'd let you know about that one, do a little mini update in Robinhood, and like I say, hopefully we do a bit of a follow-up video towards July time. But I hope that little mini update was useful for you guys, and as always, if you smash the like button, that'd be absolutely amazing. If you're new and you found this video helpful, please subscribe, and I'll see you next video.